Okay, hello class. Today we'll be going over LeChateliers Principle. LeChateliers Principle is a general rule that helps us predict the direction in which an equilibrium reaction will move when external stress is applied to that reaction / system. And either the equilibrium will shift to the reactant side or to the product side, to the left or to the right. And these stresses can be changes in concentration, changes in pressure, volume, or temperature. Okay, and the first example we're going to look at today will be a change in concentration. Okay, so LeChateliers principle states that if you increase the concentration of A, your equilibrium will shift more to the product side. All right, so if you can think about this in terms of A being an acid and B being the product that it yields, if A has increases in concentration, it has more protons to give off because acids, the definition of an acid is that it donates protons. So if you increase the concentration of H to have many more protons, right? That reaction will shift so that it has more protons to give to the product side, okay? And if you decrease the concentration of A, which in this example is an acid, and acids donate protons, the reaction will shift more to the reactant side, okay? Because you decrease the concentration of that acid, B will shift and make more of A to offset that, to counteract that change, okay? And so now let's move on to a change in pressure and volume, okay? Pressure does not affect the concentration of a substance. Gases are appropriately affected more greatly by changes in pressure, okay? And LeChateliers principle states that an increase in pressure favors a side with fewer molecules, and a decrease in pressure favors a side with more molecules. Okay, so if you have two glass jars, all right, as shown here, one contains 4 molecules of gas, the other contains 2 molecules of gas, and you increase pressure from all sides to both jars of glass. You increase the pressure to both jars of glass. LeChateliers principle says that the jar of glass with less molecules of gas is better able to counteract that increase in pressure. Okay, so an increase in pressure is counteracted by less molecules of gas, all right? And a decrease in pressure is best counteracted with more molecules of gas. And so here I have an example. 2 lead sulfide plus 3 oxygen gas molecules yields 2 lead oxide, this is a solid, plus 2 sulfur oxide, monoxide. Since volume greatly affects gas, we'll only be looking at our gas reactants and products in this example, okay? And we see that oxide has 3 molecules of O2 gas, and our products yield only 2 molecules of sulfur oxide gas. And so LeChateliers principle states that the equilibrium will shift to the right, to the side with fewer molecules. And this is when we increase the pressure of this reaction. Okay, so when we increase the pressure of this reaction, our equilibrium will shift to the right, to the side with fewer gas molecules. Okay, and when applying LeChatelier's principle to temperature, first I will tell you that when you increase the temperature, the reaction favors the endothermic reaction. Okay, so the endothermic reaction is one that is very hot, whereas a decrease in temperature favors the exothermic reaction, which means that the system will give off heat. Okay, and so I show the example here where we have 2NO4 yielding 2 nitrogen oxide. Okay, this being the forward reaction, and this being the reverse reaction. The forward reaction, you have heat being added to N2O4, which yields 2 nitrogen oxide, and its delta H is positive, which shows that this is the endothermic reaction. And here you have, in the reverse reaction, you have 2NO2 yielding N2O4, and it gives off heat, as also shown by the negative value of our heat enthalpy. And so if you increase the temperature of this reaction, LeChatelier's principle says that the endothermic will the equilibrium will favor the endothermic reaction. However, when you decrease the temperature, our exothermic reaction will be favored. Our equilibrium will favor the exothermic reaction. Okay, and that is LeChatelier's principle. If you guys need any more help in any of your General Chemistry 2 problems, here goes my email, and you can also set up tutorials with me, tutoring sessions with me at mywco.com/govst. Thank you and have a nice day.